Am I really that girl who I think I am? Am I her? Who am I? This Get Ready With Me is very yappy, and y'all know I'm a certified yapper, so if this is not your type of content, then you might not want to watch. But if you really want some tea and want the girl's opinion, and you want a yap session where you can engage, keep watching, okay? Hey Raw Nation, it's your girl Elise, and I am back with another video. And today we are going to be doing a Get Ready With Me. I'm not going anywhere, but I need to make some content, so this is what I decided. I did put my wig on already. As you can see, I had it curled. Y'all have had this wig curled for days, and now it's falling out. I'm so nervous because I done had it clipped for days, and y'all know, like, that's definitely gonna mess it up. The clips with like the lines and stuff, but it's okay. So before I get started, I am going to do my brows off camera because y'all know that it takes a long time. But do I need to do them off camera? I really don't need to do my brows off camera. You know, when you're a professional makeup artist or whatever, you don't have stuff like that to worry about. I am going to be listing the products that I'm using. So right now, to do my brows, I'm just taking some edge control because, you know, you can use it as brow gel. And it doesn't get white or flake up unless it's just like some really bad edge control. I don't want to use that one, actually. Use this one. So, yeah. Let me do my brows off camera. Okay, so I started on my brows. They're a little dark, but I kind of wanted them to be a little bit thick, a little dark for this look. Today's look, we are inspired by Keke Palmer. This is one of her looks from, I want to say, either a music video she was in. Yeah, it was a music video she was in. I love Keke, and yeah, she's from Chicago. So I saw a makeup look, and I got inspired. And I'm not going to lie, her makeup artist, Ken, I want to say Ken. She has like 2 or 3 that I follow, but Ken, she eats down on Miss Keke looks. But I don't know if she did this particular look, but she did such a good job, or whoever did such a good job. And I was like, yes, I have to redo this. So that's what we're doing today. So that is the inspo. I want to do like a mental check-in for y'all and for me. First, I want you to think about something that is keeping you sane right now. Like something or somebody. Now, let's stick to something because we don't always want to have dependency. So something that is keeping you sane. Something that's helping you stay like peaceful, motivated, or just more of you. Just think of something that's keeping you sane, and I'll name what is keeping me sane. Right now, the thing that's keeping me sane is really just God, myself. If I could think of something material-wise, I would say my business, or just knowing that my business is currently like growing at a good pace. I think that's keeping me sane. That's keeping me kind of happy. That's something that's making me like look forward to the next day, because I think that's important. Like a lot of times when people that are not like they get to the point where like they don't want to be here anymore, it's because they don't have nothing to look forward to. They're not looking forward to the next day. And so I think thinking of something that will help you look forward to the next day will remind you of remind you of your motivation and remind you of why you don't need to give up. Also, I want you to think of something that is stressing you out or just making you uneasy. For me, which is crazy, is that although my makeup business is doing really, really well, my hair business is kind of getting a little on the, I'm not going to say it's not active, but it's slowing down, and it's kind of concerning me. I'll get more into it, but that's something that's kind of making me like stressed out a little bit. Also, something that's kind of stressing me out, I ain't gonna say stressing me out, but it's like making me uneasy, is that I've been reaching out to brands, reaching out to people to do collabs, and it just seems like the things are not falling through, and that has been like irritating me. So that's something that I have just kind of been like over as of lately. Like, it's overwhelming me because I have work to do, I have things to do. Not trying to be stagnant, but I also know that stuff like that is like, you can only take yourself so far, you know? So try not to think about it too much, but it is something that's kind of like, you know, just a little annoying. But on the general note, my mental health is really good. I think I'm doing like much. Well, I'm not gonna say think. I know for a fact I'm doing much better than I was last year because one, last year your girl was going through a lot. I was homeless. There was a lot going on. Also, I think I'm able to manage myself. I think I'm able to like manage myself a little bit better. Like when it comes to things that are bothering me or stressing me out, I realize that like everything is not to be defined as you or your situation. Like, well, yeah, defined as you. Like your situation doesn't define you. It's just something that you're in or something that you're going through or something that is for you. It doesn't define you as a person. Like you could have $5 today and have 5,000 tomorrow. So like that $5 doesn't define you because it could change at any moment. So just like your situation, in any situation you have, it could change at any moment. So I had to learn like to stop letting my situations define me because it started to consume me, and that was a really bad problem. I do have some wine right here. Y'all, I really don't drink like that no more. I don't really be feeling the need to. I do love me a good glass of wine, and this is one of my favorite wines now. It's so good. It's called Duluth something. I posted it before on my like last girl talk or whatever, but it's really good. One glass is good for me. I don't like to get drunk. I just like to feel, you know, a little good, catch the vibes, whatever. The concealer I use is LA Pro Girl concealer in the shade Fawn. So yeah, for my dark girlies, this is a good highlighting shade for us, and also like a brightening shade. It matches my tone perfectly. I've always used it. It has a little bit olive undertone, but it's mostly like yellow, so it's not bad. But besides the mental health, ladies, let's get into some tea, okay? So I've been watching TikTok, right? And y'all know TikTok be having the topics. Everybody got like they think pieces that they be talking about. And one of the think pieces that I came across was a girl, and she was talking about how she was tired of dating black men. And so I'm gonna say two things before I really get into the tea, because I kind of agree with her, but I also will never like tarnish the black men because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of black men really do not stick up for black women. Some do, let's not say all, some do, but a lot of them don't, especially because they have mommy issues, and 9 times out of 10 their mommy is a black woman. So they blame us for their mother's shortcomings. But I digress. So before I get into the topic, I just want to say that I'm a black woman and I love black men. God made no mistakes when he made them, so let's not do too much. But what I will say is that a lot of people are not, oh my gosh, a lot of people are not realizing that there is an agenda to separate the black man and the black woman. And all these think pieces on how, oh, black men are this, or oh, black women are that, especially when the celebrities get involved. You have to understand this, that a lot of celebrities, they are coerced sometimes to say things for engagement, and sometimes it really is not how they think. So let's just leave that with that. But there is a agenda for us to hate each other, and I don't want to fall into that, because I'm going to marry a black man. My husband, he's black. He's probably whatever, but he's black, okay? So I'm not going to walk around saying black man or this, a black man or that. My dad is a black man. I want to give birth to a black man one day. I have black men that are brothers, cousins, and I love them to death. So I'm not going to sit here and say that black men are like the scum of the earth, because really that's what the society looks at black women as, like bottom of the barrel, okay? So it's not fair to do that. But I do want to say, when it comes to dating, black men do lack, okay? They do. And this is not just like not just like from my experience. This is from many people that I know that have experienced dating black men. And just like, I have black male figures in my life and friends, and like them, the way that they think when it comes to relationships and loving to take their time and this, and don't get me wrong, you should never rush into doing anything that you don't want to do, but you also should not think that, oh, well, I got time for this. Like, everybody don't want to wait on you. You get what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to like marriage. Like, we see a lot of black couples dating for 5, 6, 8 years and not tying the knot. And then when they finally do, it's like, they like, I'm over it. It's like you done washed away the good years by being together and thinking like, okay, well, why is marriage not the same as this? And might I say, I'm probably jumping all over the place, but I will say that in black families, they do not teach us to date. They do not teach us to date. They teach us about sex barely, because I know some of my friends, they learned about sex by having sex. And for me, my mom told me about the birds and the bees, but my mom did not teach me how to date. When it was time for me to date, my mom was livid. She was pissed. She was just losing her mind. She was stressed out, and which I get because I'm her child. But my dad was more realistic when it came to that, because he's like, at the end of the day, she's going to have sex. She's going to date. She loves somebody. Like, this happens. It happened to them. My parents are like high school kid sweethearts, street sweethearts. I don't, but they were dating when my mom was like 13. So she understands. But I think that she was just so like stressed out that it was like not really clicking for her. And so when it came to me getting into those spaces, it was cute when I was dating a boy that was very respectable and, you know, whatever that they approved of. And they were like very close, like my first real boyfriend. My family loved him, still loves him to this day. But when I started dating somebody that they knew like, oh, this may be him, she may lose it to him, they were like tripping out. They were not happy. They really wanted me back with the other boy. My family got involved, okay? And it was just messy. So when it came down to the time for me to lose my V card and for me to have those talks, I did not have them, because my family was so like, no, 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 no. This is wrong. This is wrong. When it's like, she's going to do it anyway, so let me guide her correctly. Our families don't do that. They just look at it like young pregnancy. And that's why we have so many teen pregnancies, because we try to avoid things that are real. Do you get what I'm saying? And so back to dating black men, I think that for men especially, they don't teach them to date and court women correctly. Like, they give you some game, but they're not really helping a brother out. I am going in with shade 355 from Maybelline's Fit Me collection. This is one of my favorite foundations. This and NARS. Estee Lauder is really good too, but it's very thick to me. And I like buildable foundations. Fenty is really good too, but I feel like Fenty's formula is not set in stone. I feel like whoever mixes it, they be just, yeah, going with the flow of life. It's not consistent, I'll say that, but I do like it a lot. So yeah, back to dating black men. I just think that when it comes to doing the work of healing and dealing with women and knowing our emotions and knowing how to maneuver with us, they aren't taught that. So it becomes to where it's like we have to do a lot of work to get them to conform to the dating, like to actually be in a relationship, because they're not taught at all to be in relationships. We are taught to be in a relationship, or we are deemed as whores, which is why a lot of women like are stuck with one guy, because they're like, well, I don't want to be looked at as this, because if I date more than one guy, then that's going to classify me as this. And it's kind of like we're taught the complete opposite, and we wonder why like our dating relationships don't go together, because men are taught to be a man, have multiple women, be free, it's cool, it's lit, you know, don't be a simp, don't be soft, and a woman will make you soft. And a woman is taught to date one man and be a housewife or be a wife and go after stability and this. And it's like we're being taught the opposite. They're not teaching us the same things, and we're supposed to be dating each other. So that's why it's like when men go date other races, they're taught, like their women are taught the same thing, but their men are also taught the same thing. So when they go date other races, they see how all the men are treating these women, but they're not treating these women like this because these women are better than us. They're treating these women like that because they were taught to treat those women like that. And so a lot of black men, they'll go date outside of their race, and they're like, well, they treat these women better, and it's because they were taught to do that. You were not taught to treat us good. So that is one of the reasons why our men don't date us correctly. They will go date another woman and treat another race better, but that's because that's what they see the other men in that race doing. That's why it's like eventually they started to get a bunch of white male friends or Mexican male friends, and they don't hang out with their family no more because we don't have the same values. We're not taught that. And so I don't completely blame black men, but at some point, if I can realize this is a thing, they have to. But another thing is black men are not, they don't have any type of accountability. And I'm not even gonna say just black men, because I know black women who literally lack accountability. Like it's crazy. Like we know our parents, they don't think they do anything wrong. They don't at all. And it's crazy. But especially like our men, they don't have any type of accountability. You could catch a black man cheating, and the girl could be there and he'll still lie. Like the moment he gets to lie to you, he's gonna do it. He gonna do it. No matter what's going on. Baby, the moment he can lie to you, he gonna lie to you. I promise you. I'm just doing my eyebrows with my foundation because, yeah, they look a little wide. And that's cool. The end got a little thin, so we're gonna fix that up, but it's good. I don't know why I always turn this front is rounded and this front is square. I don't know which one I like better. The square look more natural. But yeah, so I'll just say right now for me, I'm not dating. I'm not, because it is annoying, y'all. I swear it is. And it's like, I don't want to date outside my race, and that doesn't mean anything is wrong. People dating outside their race. I believe in black union and black love. I believe that our people have been through so much, and I do not want to pollute our bloodline with those who have tried to kill it off. And that doesn't mean that all white people are evil. It doesn't mean all Hispanics are racist or all Asians are racist. It doesn't mean that. A lot of them are. Let's not lie. But it doesn't mean that all of them are. But me personally, I want a black family. So I'm never going to go outside my race. It's just something I just cannot see for myself. But it is tiring. It's very tiring. It's exhausting. It makes you just want to not do it, almost like you don't want to be involved with them at all. For my concealer, I use e.l.f.'s Hydrating Camouflage Concealer and the shade Tan Neutral, and then I'm going to set it for like 2 minutes with Morphe's setting spray. If you want your concealer to cook, ladies, I promise you, let it sit for like a minute or two. But yeah, I want to skip past this topic. But yeah, I love black men, but I'm just taking a break because it is exhausting. I feel like I said, a lot of them don't take accountability. They do not feel like they have to put in the work. And it's always like a battle. Like, you can never just have a simple conversation with them. Sometimes it's like, no matter what you say or whatever, it's like if you say anything to them, they think you're nagging. And it's like, I'm not nagging. We adults, like, let's have a simple conversation. We can talk about the things that bother us without us having attitudes. And I can, it's hard for me to do that with a lot of them. It's like, it's always a problem. Anytime I say anything, it's like, instead of just listening to what I'm saying, you want to argue with me. And I don't want to sit here and argue with somebody that I'm supposedly trying to date. That is irritating, that is draining. And I can't, if I can't have a conversation with you that is constructive and is criticism, and that you take it and you like, hey, well, I really like this person, let me try to take heed to what they're saying without it always being a problem, then I can't date you. And let me just tell y'all this one thing too. So the last guy I was talking to, this was my ex from high school, right? We tried to, whatever. It didn't work out. And the reason that it was a lot of things, but this is really what did it for me. So really what did it for me was, on my cycle, I get really bad cycles. So basically it was a kind of like a silent agreement. Like, every time I get on my cycle, he would make sure I'm straight, give me whatever I need or whatever. Like, that's something that I actually look forward to. I appreciate it a lot because it kind of started happening out of like nowhere. Like, he was asking me a lot of questions and stuff. And the cycle that I had before we stopped talking, the cycle that I was on, which made us stop talking, is, long story short, he was asking me like, if I needed anything. So the first time he asked me, which is like day one, I was telling him like, oh yeah, I need a boat, I need this, I was just, joking around, but I was also saying like, I need flowers, I need a meal, I need this, I need that. And again, this is not his first time getting me anything for my cycle. And so he just was like, he kind of didn't really like, he was like, oh, I can get you like 3 of those things, LOL. And then I was like, I'll take it or something like that. He didn't get nothing. So I was like, okay, whatever, because this is now like the 3rd cycle that I done had while dating him, and he always come through. Probably like the 5th. Yeah, this was like the 5th, and he always give me something. So day 3 rolls around. He asks me again, do I want or need anything? I answered yes. He did not do anything. The 4th day, the 5th day, which was almost like my last day. Yeah, it was like my last day. He asked me, did I need anything? And I let him know, like, politely. I wasn't rude about it. I let him know, like, this is the 3rd time you done asked me if I need anything for my cycle. I answered both times, blah, blah, blah. You haven't done anything, so I'm not really tripping because you have in the past, but, just don't know if you noticed or not. That's exactly what I said. So, y'all, he starts going in on me like, hold on, because I got to act it out, even though it's text. He's like, you saying it like I ain't never done nothing for you, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I done spent money on you, and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, then he proceeds to say, like, you saying it like I got to pay you a monthly bill or something. A monthly bill? The fuck are you talking about? All I did was bring up the fact that this is your 3rd time asking me if I needed something, and you have not yet to give me anything. Why do you keep... My thing is, if you don't have no plans on doing anything for me, why are you bringing it up? That was my thing. Like, I don't care. I don't need a nigga to do shit for me. I will ask my mother before I ask a nigga. And that's a flex for me, honey. Like, I don't care. Yes, I'm one of those people. Yes, I will be 30 living with my mom. I don't care. But my thing is, like, I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm just telling you, like, you have already asked me, do I want or need anything pertaining to my cycle? And I have answered twice already. And you have still not given me not one thing I've asked for. So why do you keep asking me? That's irritating. Like, you, at this point, you just talking. And I don't need you to do that. Like, that's gonna irritate me. And so I just text back, okay. Because what the are you talking about? Like, and it's stuff like that when it comes to men, like, they think that you should be grateful when they do stuff for you. And it's like, I'm not a child, and I'm damn sure not your child. So I don't have to be grateful. And that's the stuff that they mamas have done to them. Like, you should be grateful that I fed you. I don't need a nigga to feed me. I don't. So a nigga feeding me is thanks. But I don't need you to feed me. You pay some bills. Honey, we may be talking. But like, I don't like that. I don't like when people try to remind you of the shit they did for you. Like, I didn't ask you to do none of that stuff. If I did, if you got me something, it's because you asked me did I want something, and I answer yes. Because closed mouths don't get fed, honey. And if you ask me, that means you offering, that means you can. So my answer is going to be yes. I don't care about none of that. But like, don't make it seem like I should be lucky that you doing this and doing that. Like, and then niggas be thinking they the first nigga to do something for you. And you're not. And you're not going to be the last. Tough. All right, what? It be irritating. And that's just one of the main things. Like, I don't like that. Like, they so sensitive when it comes to money. It is weird. Like, it's so weird to me. Like, anything about money, they try to humble you. I don't need y'all to do nothing for me financially. I don't. I'm straight. Like, I fund my lifestyle. God funds my lifestyle. I'll go to God before I go to one of you niggas. I don't need y'all to do nothing. So y'all doing something for me, that's a thank you. That's not a I'm indebted to you. That don't mean I owe you some coochie. That don't mean that. That's what my grandma used to always say. What he want for it. Whenever I used to tell my grandma, like, oh, this boy, this. What he want for it? What he want for it? She ain't lie. Okay? Next topic. Excuse me. So I kind of want to do this like pinkish blush or like a light orange maybe. I don't know. I don't want to do nothing warm. I want it to be very like feminine looking, soft. I love how this is coming out. Very bronze. Oh, the bronzer I used was Suede Mocha from Black Opal foundation stick. And then I used Juvia's Place, the dark palette, the top shade. Perfect combo. Very sun-kissed, very warm. So I think I'm going to do this orange, light orange. Yeah. I didn't want the blush to stand out too much. I wanted it to be very subtle. And I feel like if I did the blush that matches my tone, it would have kind of like, I don't know. That looks so... I hope it's not too bright for y'all. I do have the lights up pretty high because that's the best way for me to do my makeup. And then y'all are in my way. If y'all can see, I'm looking over to the side, but it also helps because you can kind of see exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, that looks really good. I kind of push my blush up under my under eye to give it like that, you know? Yeah. That's cute. Okay. Period. And then we're going to take our Laura Mercier translucent in the shade medium deep, and this is the talk free one. Love this one. This is for my chocolate dark skin brown girlies. This is for you, honey. This is a little dark for me, but it's not like noticeable dark, but I'm saying it to say like if you chocolate, baby, it's gonna work because it's a little dark for me, but it blends so well. Like, oh my gosh, like, do you see that? Do you see that? She ate when she made this. All that product I just blew on. And I press it in. I don't leave nothing out. I press it all in. And then we're gonna add touches later. Baby, she eats down. She eats all the way down. I don't care what nobody say. She eats. She eats. Okay, moving on to our next topic. This Get Ready With Me is very yappy. And y'all know I'm a certified yapper. So if this is not your type of content, then you might not want to watch. But if you really want some tea and want the girl's opinion and you want a yap session where you could engage, keep watching, okay? So moving on to the next topic, I am going to talk about expanding my business. So this is for my entrepreneur girlies, and this is just more like a vintage session for me because y'all, owning a business is so hard and it's so draining, and it really takes a toll on you mentally. It makes you question yourself. It makes you be like, am I really that girl who I think I am? Am I her? Who am I? But it also makes you bet on yourself. It makes you believe in yourself. It makes you push forward and do everything that you ever said that you wanted to do. It makes you believe in yourself to where people cannot see it. I promise you, this is a vision where you are just going to be like, what? Hold on. Hold on. Let me call you back. I'm making a video. Bye. So this is one of those moments where this is one of those careers where it's like you really have to put your best foot forward because people are not going to believe in you. They're not. And if you do have that corner where people believe in you, honey, you are beyond blessed because it took a lot of work after trials and tribulations for me to get my friends and family to really see my vision. I did have friends that was like supportive right out the gate, and I love y'all so much. But I had friends that talked down on me, that talked about me, didn't believe in my ability to elevate and to grow. And that stuff hurts. That stuff hurts because it's like you betting on the vision that God gave you when nobody else can see it. That is a mind-boggling thing where it's like it don't exist nowhere. The vision that God gave you does not exist. No matter who is doing the same or similar thing, the vision that God gave you does not exist anywhere. So you seriously have to see what God gave you and figure out how to make it come to life while including him and letting him order your steps. Okay? It is a very hard thing. So yeah. So I showed y'all what look I'm going after. And I'm going to be using the Morphe palette 3503 to achieve this look because yeah, that's what I feel like is going to give me the best outcome. These brushes stink. I have to rewash them. Okay, this one don't stink as much. So first I'm going to be going in with this to make my first transition color. But yeah, y'all, this business life is when I say it is not easy, it's not. I'm going up a little higher because that's kind of how she has hers, especially if we want to make space for that huge cut crease. That's what we're going to have to do. I know y'all like, girl, turn your head straight. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why I have to do my makeup with my head tilted. I think it's the stigmatism. It helps me focus. Like, literally, my vision just got clear by doing that. I'm not even joking. Like, I can see 2020 now. Okay. I brought it out a little bit too far, but it's okay. I love how, like, speaking of my skill growing and elevating, I love how I can really just look at a makeup picture and be like, okay, this is what they did. Like, I'm so proud of myself, and just knowing my worth now, it means so much, and I can just genuinely thank God for that because I struggle as an artist really knowing my worth because I would change my prices so much because I'm like, oh, I'm charging this, it's too much. Oh, I'm charging that, it's not enough. Oh, I'm charging this, it's too much. And y'all, it really was like, girl, what do you think you worth? When you look at your work, what do you see? And at first I was like, I don't know. I really did not know until I was like, okay, let me look at other people's stuff, and not to compare myself, but to see their work and let me say, hey, this is how much I would pay for that. And I'm like, let me see how much they charge. And I'm like, oh, she charging more than the girl who owned my shop. How is she charging more? And my work is better than hers. And I learned from the girl who owned my shop. Like, it was just mind-boggling. And so I said, okay. I also remember this girl who YouTube videos I used to watch to help me learn about entrepreneurship as a makeup artist. And she was like, if you're not charging a bill, you're never gonna make no money, because every time you do somebody makeup, a bill should have been paid, period. And I was like, period, because period, like, why wouldn't it be, like, why not? And so now I'm going in with this shade, same brush. We're just gonna do it a little lower, give it some depth. But I was like, yeah, she's correct. Like, why wouldn't I be charging my bill money? I got bills. This is what, and it is not to say, oh, I got to get money out of this, because when you love something, it's not work. It's an experience for you. You just are there. The money is a reward, and you need it, of course. But if I didn't need money to survive, I would still do makeup. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Like, I would genuinely still be doing makeup, because I love it. I love the craft. I love everything about it. It's everything to me. Okay, I'm going back in with that orange shade, and I'm blending this out just to give it, She had more of like you could see, but I don't really like that. I kind of want to blend it, but this is fine. I can still see like the, I can still see the color. Yeah. And of course, we gonna make sure it looks blended better when I'm done. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with the chocolate color. I'm using the same brush. Honestly, for the chocolate color, I shouldn't be using the same brush, but I am, because I'm not going nowhere. And this is just fun for me. But doing that helped me realize, like, okay, Rena, you cannot keep lowballing yourself and not seeing that you're growing. You elevating your kit, like I'm buying more expensive products, traveling more, trying different styles. I'm bringing more authenticity. I'm mastering my makeup style, and I have to acknowledge that I'm getting better. And I think what stopped me from doing that was not seeing the love reflected, like, on social media. And not to say like that's what I'm kind of basing everything on, but it is kind of discouraging when you feel like, okay, I'm working, I'm elevating, why is nobody reposting me? Why is people not saying, oh, can I book this look, And also I had to learn too, like, you don't need to have people show you like that's something that they want in order for it to be good. I don't know if that sounded right, but like, basically people don't have to acknowledge you for your work to be good. I had to learn that too, like seeing people get under celebrity stuff, and I'm like, dang, well, they think they stuff good. A lot of these people be dick riders. A lot of them do. And they looking at their stuff like they want to be like that person. I don't want you to be like me. I want you to book me. So I'm looking at something, and I'm looking at it from a perspective that is not real. Me, I'm like, oh, why they don't want to book me? And they booking this makeup artist because they want to be that girl that she just did makeup. You get what I'm saying? Like, they want to be these people. They don't like the work. They want to be them. And that is not what I'm trying to give out. And that is okay. I know y'all probably like, did she really just go and cut that crease off camera? Y'all, I cannot cut a crease on camera. I mean, I probably can, but no. I have to, because honestly, I haven't done a cut crease in so long. And yeah, so my cut crease, I had to really take my time. But I know I'm talking to y'all looking real crazy like this. But I want to try to hurry up. So going back to the beginning of the video when I was like, my business was also, my hair business was also something that kind of like, it's kind of slowing me down mentally. So this past weekend was Black Friday, and y'all, I spent so much money preparing for Black Friday, just knowing that this sale was gonna do so good for me. And I'm gonna say the conclusion I came to, and how I felt better afterwards. But I spent so much money preparing for this sale. I was like, this is gonna be something that's great for me. This is something that I'm gonna like, this is gonna be groundbreaking for my hair business. And it wasn't. It wasn't at all. I didn't sell anything. I sold nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. I had makeup bookings, which is I'm grateful for, very thankful. But I didn't have one sale. Didn't have one. And that really hurt my feelings. I was so mad. I was like, kind of like, God, like, what happened? Like, I fasted. I, did a lot of things that I thought was the right thing to do. And so I was kind of like, God, what happened? Like, I prayed. I believed. I just knew that this was gonna be something good. I knew it. And when it wasn't, it kind of made me be like, oh wow. All that for nothing? Like, I didn't get nothing from that? Like, wow, okay. That's kind of like, y'all, this is scaring me. This is huge. This is huge. Hers was pretty huge too, but this is huge. Like, it's gonna be cute, but it's scaring me. So I was kind of just like, damn. And so I sat in the bed and I was kind of mopey. On top of my cycle coming, but yeah, I was pretty mopey. I sat in the bed and I was just like, wow. I fasted. That was a hard fast. That was one of the hardest fasts I've done. And it was very hard. And not only did I fast for that, I fast because I was very grateful, because y'all, my business, man, it's been helping me out so much. I've been able to keep up with my inventory and then some. I've been able to invest into other businesses. I've been able to pay off more debt. I've been able to do a lot more. And I'm so grateful that I was able to do those things. And so that's where the fasting idea came from. And then I was like, Black Friday's coming up. I definitely got to fast before Thanksgiving, because we're going to be eating a lot, gluttony. And I want to, make sure that I'm aligning myself with God before any of these things take place. And so when I fasted and I didn't get not one order, I was like, what? Like, what the? And then I realized, like, it's not my time for that. Also, sometimes when I am giving something, and this is specifically about me, when I am giving a lump sum of something, I tend to be impulsive. I'm a very impulsive person. And so I think that it was important for me to pace myself and, like, get orders every now and then to see what I do with it. I have hair on hand. I'm building my inventory. I thought this was going to be a great opportunity. I knew this was going to be a great opportunity to build my inventory, and I had a plan set up. But, who knows why things didn't work out the way that they, should have, or how I wanted them to. So I had to take a step back and realize that too. Like, you probably have more to learn. Like, you may think that you was ready for that, but maybe you wasn't, and that's okay. So I had to, do some reevaluation, but it did kind of upset me. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. it did kind of upset me, but I'm feeling better. But moving on to the next thing that I want to talk about, which is something that's not kind of self-indulged. I want to talk about moving on, y'all. Well, not moving on, but outgrowing people. I don't know why, but Disney songs are stuck in my head. Like, bet on it, bet on it, bet on it, bet on me. I'm gonna, na, 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 na. It's the way, and it's one small spark the fire. One little action, a chain reaction, the now is strong. So, okay, I want to get real personal right now. So, y'all, and spill some tea. So, I don't know why, and maybe y'all can relate to this. A lot of people from my past have really been trying to befriend me again. And don't get me wrong, I don't have no problems with nobody. I could genuinely, when I say genuinely, I went a little bit too far up. That's because I blinked right there. It look a mess. It look a mess. I gotta get rid of that. I genuinely have no beef with nobody, but I don't care to be friends with people that I used to be friends with again. Like, I don't. And this is no shade. Like I said, no shade. It's all love. I don't mind us communicating. I really don't need to. But for some reason, a lot of my old friends have been trying to, hash things out with me. And I've been through a lot over the past few years. And a lot of my friends, little do they know, have contributed to the stress and pain that I've kind of endured. Family too. Like, me and my mom have talked about our differences. My mom has apologized to me. I have friends that have been trying to reconcile with me, and they have yet to apologize for anything. And not saying that they are the only people at fault, but the difference is I ain't reach out to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't tried to reconcile with nobody. So for me, it's kind of like, I don't, like I said, I don't have a problem with it, but it's not a necessity for me right this second in my life. Like, I don't care to do it. And I don't know. How do y'all feel about it? Because if people are trying to, right their wrongs, should I let them? Or just if they are trying to extend an olive branch, am I wrong for being no, I'm not interested? Or is that just a boundary that I'm setting for myself? Like, do y'all get what I'm trying to say? I don't really know how to go about this. And this is something that I really have been thinking about. I talked to my mom about it. I don't really know how I feel about it. I genuinely don't. I think that for me right now, reaching out to people and making amends is just not a part of my agenda. I don't care. Not like that, but it's just not important to me right now. Maybe in the future, but I feel like for me, I'm in a space in my life where I'm really elevating, and I cannot have old energy around me. I can't have old men, old friends, old family that I don't mess with around me. We fall out right now. I don't know when we're going to be back cool, because I'm just in a space where I don't have time for that. I don't have no desires to be around any of that. Making amends and it's not saying that I'm holding on to grudges, because God forbid, I am not doing that. I have no, like I said, no beef. I love anybody who was trying to make amends. I love them. But it's not important to me right now. It's just something that I could care less to do. And I hope that don't make me sound like a bitch, because I get told that I could be one of those. But in order for me to make amends with people, I need to sit down and like have a conversation with you. And I'm in a space where I don't want to do that with anybody. I don't. And what really made me realize this too was one of my friends, we had differences. I was staying with her and we had some differences, and it resulted in me leaving or her asking me to leave and all of this stuff, and stuff just not going right. And I didn't talk to her for a long time. You know, she reached out to me. I think she apologized, and we talked about some things. I think I apologized too. And basically, she wanted to start hanging out again. And so I told her, like, you know, at the time, I wasn't ready. Like, I needed more time because I'm not there. Like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. And so she was like, you know, she respects it and whatever. So I started to feel like bad, like, because, and I'm be real, when I was staying with her, I had a lot going on, a lot. And so I know me staying with her wasn't like, and we wasn't even that friends that long. So I felt bad for some of the things that she dealt with because of me. So when it came time for us to like reconcile, I felt more obligated to. And again, I still feel like that. I still feel like, you know, you had a lot going on when you were staying with this girl. So yeah, maybe she didn't handle things correctly, but a lot of her ways is valid. Like, you had a lot going on. So I was like, you know what? Okay, let us talk and hash things out. We never talked about nothing. We just started hanging out again. And that is not a good trait to have. And I think a lot of people do that and then end up right back in the same spot. Like relationships. People don't talk about their problems. And I realized that I don't like that, because that it don't solve nothing. And a lot of my friends that have been reaching out to me, that's kind of like how they've been approaching it. Like, oh, let's hang out, let's do this. And I'm like, dude, we fell off bad. And maybe they see it as we fell off bad. Maybe I do. And that's something I probably should communicate. And I don't know if y'all ever had situations like this to know what I'm talking about. But like, what would y'all do if y'all was me? What would you do? Would you be like, you know what? Let me just tell them, like, let's talk and sit down. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk. I don't. And so I just been letting people know, like, you know, hey, I'm not up for it or whatever. And I think I've been communicating effectively. But at the same time, I don't want to burn a bridge by responding a certain way. Y'all, look at these lashes. Got fuzzy dust all on it. And I'm going to put them on my eye. Lord help me. Then be like, why are my eyes itching? Yeah, so I don't know. But I've noticed, like, I'm just really outgrowing a lot of people, y'all. Like, it's so many people that you come across in your life that are really only there for a lesson or a blessing or a reason or a season. And you have to realize, like, I cannot take this person with me into my next state of life, season of life. And I also feel like it's kind of been a test too, like, are you really ready for the next level? Because with me, I love to give people the clothes off my back. I love being a good friend and letting people into my spaces where they shouldn't be. And that's just out the kindness of my heart. Like, me being like, oh, you know, we've been friends for so long. We got so much history, and it's like, girl, F that history and F them kids too. Not nobody kids, literally, but you know, they be seeing it. And so I kind of had just been in that space where I'm like trying to maneuver and be like, you know what? No, I can't fool with you. Not anymore. And it don't mean we have beef. And that's a lot of people confused it. Like, just because I don't want to kick it with you don't mean I got problems with you. It just means that we don't need to be friends. Like, and I be noticing, like, a lot of people really want to be my friend. And I don't know if it's because, I don't know what the reason is. And I'm not saying like to downplay myself. I feel like some people, and this is, like I said, it's no shade. I have no beef. I don't feel no ill towards nobody. But I do feel like some people have noticed an incline in my status to where they feel like they need to hop on a train. And again, this is not towards everybody. So I don't want nobody to think that I'm throwing shade at them. I'm not. This is just genuinely how I feel. This is my channel. I use my channel to vent. And that's just what it is. Because I've been like, why all of a sudden is so many people trying to kick it with me? And y'all know I don't go nowhere. Follow me on Instagram. Y'all will see all day. My friends talk about me. Like, my friends I actually do hang out with, they talk about me all day. Talk about how I never do anything. I never go out, never do this, never do that, never, ever. I don't go nowhere. Don't do nothing. And they always talk about me. And so it's kind of funny how people that like I don't kick it with have been reaching out to me like, oh girl, let's go do this. And I'm like, why you want to hang out with me? I don't go out. Like, that's weird. Like, it's weird to me. I don't know. But I just noticed that I'm really outgrowing people, and I think that's okay. I think that it's okay for y'all to outgrow people. And I also think that we have to realize that, like I said, everybody's not supposed to go with you on your journey. You do not always have to include people in everything that you do. I've been learning to move in silence. I've been learning to move on my own. I've been learning to allow God to order my steps and keep that to myself, because a lot of people that are around you really do pray on your downfall. A lot of people are around you do not believe in God the way that you believe in God. So a lot of times when you are having all these people and these energies around you that don't serve you or don't serve who you serve, it will interfere. Think of like antennas. If one antenna is on a different frequency, the radio is not going to work. Okay? So a lot of time, I think I just ate with that. I just ate with that. Okay. Praise the Lord. But anyways, so I just think right now, it's a season of separation for me. Like, and temptation comes in many forms. It don't come in just liquor, drugs, and sex. It comes in many forms. Like, I've been keeping my body to myself. I've been, digging. I don't smoke anyway. I don't drink like that. Like I said, I drink some wine every now and then. And this week is the first time I didn't drink. And I don't know when the last time I had a drink. Since my mom's birthday. So, and that was a month ago. So, oh no, that was 2 months. It's December. That was 2 months ago. It was the last time I drank. But yeah, I think this is a season of where I need to be alone, where I need to just be indulged in the word and God and content, because God is telling me, baby, you are about to break a record. You're about to hit a milestone, create this content. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to find my audience. I'm trying to be my authentic self. I'm trying to love my content. I'm trying to be myself and my personality and really connect with my audience, because I have so many new subscribers. Thank y'all for whoever's watching. Shout out to y'all. And I want to build that connection. Like, I watch Aaliyah's face and I'm like connecting with her while I'm watching. I watch Aaliyah J and I'm like, girl, you are my girl. I love Nick. I love Nick's content. It's one of my favorite YouTubers. And I'm like, I connect with her. You get what I'm saying? So it's her, a whole bunch of girls that I watch, like Kyra, Alexis, Rebecca. I love them. Like, those are my girls. And so when I watch them, I connect with them. So for me to connect to what I'm trying to ground in, I cannot do that with people that I don't connect to. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't connect to y'all no more. So it's like I can't connect to y'all and connect to my audience because that connection is severed. Like, it don't go together because you didn't understand me then, and I know for a fact you probably won't understand me now. I am in love with this look. Honey, I think I kind of want more of a brown lip. It's not bad. No, I like this because it's more neutral. It's way more neutral. I like this. I like this a lot. It's cute. Y'all, I love this look. It's not exactly like Kiki's, but I'm not Kiki's makeup artist. It's another thing about y'all. I gotta let y'all know. You show me a picture, I'm going to give you my version of it. I'm gonna give you my version of it. I'm not gonna give you Kiki Palmer, but we're gonna look good. Okay, this looks good. I'm gonna add a little bit more blush, but I think everything else looks really, really good. Let me know what y'all think, honey. Let me know what y'all think down below because your girl, to me, she's eating it up. I'm gonna come back with my hair undone and then I'm gonna really show y'all when some better lighting because I feel like this is a little bright, but it still looks good. But I'm so excited. I gotta take my hair down. Okay, bye. Okay, y'all, so I took my hair down. I didn't style it or nothing. I just took the what's the names out. I do want to fix it a little bit, but I'm not because I'm about to go to bed. So, like, if you feel like, oh, you need to do this, I'm about to go to bed, honey. I'm not doing that. But I did just want to come show y'all the finished look with the hair down. I think it's really cute. It is a lot on the eyes, which I don't really do anymore, but it is fun. It's cute. So shout out, like I said, shout out to Kiki Palmer. Shout out to her makeup artist. They snapped. I love the inspo. It's so cute. I'm here for it. But I enjoyed this get ready with y'all. Let me know down in the comment section what y'all think of this. Do y'all want more? How can I make it better? What can I change? And yeah, like I said, thank you for the new returning subscribers, and shout out to all of my new subscribers. I am so grateful that y'all are here. I'm so thankful. Let's continue to grow on this journey and make sure y'all shop Raw Extensions because your girl got body. All right, y'all. Bye.